Today on Provost Park Pass, we're gonna learn all about Grizzly Peak, and you'll find out which ride messed up my hair today. Grizzly Peak was one of the original lands when Disney California Adventure opened in February 8, 2001. There are 3 attractions in Grizzly Peak. There's Soarin', there's Grizzly River Run, and the Redwood Challenge Trail. Grizzly Peak takes place in the 1950s. That was the heyday of family vacations, and this land will immerse you on a family camping trip visiting a national park. Right behind me is a real hidden gem in Grizzly Peak. This poster right here. Now, who prevents fires? That's right, everybody knows it was Smokey the Bear. But the U.S. Agriculture Department, that wasn't their first mascot. Their first mascot to prevent forest fires was none other than Bambi. That's right, Bambi. On this poster, you've got Bambi, Flower, and Thumper. If you look closely, you can actually see a signature of Walt Disney from his production company. Right behind me is a cross-country station wagon. Look at that license plate, RED110. What does that stand for? That's Walt's nephew, Roy Edison Disney. He was born January 1st on the 10th day. The bear behind me is 20 feet tall, and depending on the season, they'll change it. So like during Christmas, he'll be wearing like a Christmas sweater. Canoe storage is where I store my canoes. When I want to find a canoe, I go to my canoe storage.
Comments on that?
No comment needed.
That's definitely a top 40.
Do you want to know why I didn't ask out that girl? Because I found out she was a minor. Oh, shoot. Or, do you want to hear another? Never mind. This is the bear paw. It's got bear paw slaw. I think it's supposed to be vegetarian, but they put meat on mine. That's definitely not vegetarian. Remember how I said my vegetarian sandwich had meat on it? I was wrong. It's got jackfruit, but it looks like meat. Zach?
The jackfruit is definitely not meat.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
So, I'm saved. So here we are under Soaring Over the World. This ride is one of the original attractions here at Disney California Adventure. It debuted as Food Rocks. Then on May 5th, 2005, it became Soaring Over California. And June 15th, 2016, they closed the doors on Soaring Over California and then reopened the doors on June 17th, 2016 as Soaring Over the World. There's 2 different screens that they show the movies on. Each screen is 60,000 square feet. There are 3 rows. Depending on which row you're on determines how high you are going to be when you watch the movie. The first row takes you up 40 feet, the next row takes you up 20 feet, and the bottom row takes you up 10 feet. It's a totally immersive experience. It's visually immersive, moving, and for those of you who have really fine auditory olfactory smells, olfactory senses, that just means for those of you who can smell really good, there's different smells piped in as you're going through. You can smell pine, blossom, all different kinds of things.
It's delicious.
It's done in IMAX projection. The thing about it, this film runs twice as fast as any other IMAX film that you see out there. That's why it's so visually stunning and clear. One little tip, if you're riding this ride, sometimes it induces motion sickness. If you get motion sick on this ride, there's a simple trick you can do to resolve that. All you have to do is close your eyes. And for those of you who get really motion sick, right outside of Soarin', there's a little market and they sell Dramamine, so you can get that if you really need it. The smells that they pump in, for those of you who have allergies, don't worry, it's not done through perfume, it's done through all natural scents, so you don't have to worry about allergies. Ha! If you want the very best seats in the entire show, you want to ask for Gate B, Row 1. Though, all the seats are pretty amazing here. When you go on Soarin', you're gonna go to 13 different locations across the globe. 13! One of my very favorite hidden Mickeys is at the end of the ride, you're going down Main Street, USA, Disneyland. You go up in the sky, you'll see some fireworks. There are 3 golden fireworks that make a Mickey head and 2 little Mickey ears. So keep an eye out for that. So I'm here at the Redwood Creek Challenge Trail. This is a perfect place for parents to come with kids who have a lot of energy. There's a lot of shade here. There's a lot of hands-on activities for kids to play. Let's go check it out. Right behind me is the Squirrel Scramble. It's where you can walk up and crawl on ropes and have a lot of fun. Keep in mind though, if you're here in the summertime and you're wearing flip-flops, it's hard to do. There's even a rock slide for kids to slide down. This is the cliffhanger. It's where little kids can climb along walls. I'm not good at this at all. Yeah, get it down low so I look like I'm really up high, which I'm not. A unique thing at the Redwood Creek Challenge Trail is duck races. They have a duck race every day at 3:30. They give little kids rubber duckies, they throw them in the river, and they race their ducks down the river. The kids get to run, cheer, and play along with the ducks. They have a big net that scoops them all up. It just makes me kind of wonder, do you think all the kids get their ducks in a row? There are 12 different sets of prints that kids can track on the pathways.
New to Disneyland Summer 2018, the Whack-A-Chris game. There are no winners.
Oh, here we go.
Right behind me is a spirit cave. Little kids can go in there, even adults, and you can find out who and what is your spirit animal. Let's go. Ancient legends say that a secret bond between animals and humans is revealed within this cave. Touch the paw print to discover the animals whose qualities you share.
Werewolf, that's weird. Apparently it knows me. I'd like scuba.
So these are the options you can get when you go in the spirit cave. I was a wolf, means I'm wise and loyal. Cameraman Greg was a salmon, which means he is instinctive and strong-willed. I bet your co-host Amanda's a skunk. Right behind me is Grizzly Peak. It is 110 feet tall. Grizzly Peak is a bear. It's a bear peak. The California grizzly is the California state animal. Sadly, it went extinct in 1920. According to legend, a long time ago, a coyote met a bear on top of the mountain, and the coyote asked the bear to protect its cubs while it went out and foraged for food. The bear agreed to do that. As the bear was protecting the cubs, some humans came and tried to take away the cubs. The bear held its ground. Nothing would deter the bear. The gods saw this and decided to reward that bear and turn it into a stone mountain, proving that it can never be pushed away ever. Grizzly River Run is a super fun ride. Now be warned, you are going to get wet on this ride, and it's very popular during the summertime when it's warm. And I know what you're thinking, you're like, well Chris, what do I do with all my stuff? What if I don't want to get it wet? Don't worry, right outside the entrance to Grizzly River Run, there are some lockers. They're free. You can put your stuff in there for 2 hours for free. There are 3 different hills that your raft will go down on the Grizzly River Run. On the second hill, a gripper arm comes down, grabs the tire, and spins the tire. That way, as you go down the hill, you're spinning and you never know who's going to get wet. The last hill is the largest hill. It's a 21-foot, oh my gosh! It's a 21-foot drop. Dang it! At the end of the Grizzly River Run, there are some geysers. Be warned, you never know who's gonna get hit with those geysers, but if you do, you will be soaked from head to toe. Oh, look at this guy hit. When you go into the windy cavern, listen carefully, you'll be able to hear a grizzly growl at you. Also, for those of you who have really sharp eyes, look, and you'll see some petroglyphs on the wall. Cameraman Greg and I are arguing over this fact. Is it a petroglyph or a hieroglyph? I thought petroglyphs were carved and hieroglyphs were more drawn. He's not exactly sure, we're not sure. So if you do know the answer to that little trivia question, put it in the comments below. Just got done the Grizzly Rapids ride and I got soaked. My face is wet, my shirt's wet, my tie is dripping, my pants super wet. The only parts that didn't get wet are right here and here. Everything's wet. Water everywhere. Right behind me is the Pelton wheel. It's 22 feet in diameter, 22 feet. So right behind me is a steam donkey. It was invented by John Dolbear. And there's a lot of like, who knows why they call it a steam donkey. Some people said they call it a steam donkey because it didn't warrant enough horsepower, so they called it a donkey. What they would do is they take the steam donkey up to a logging area, and then they put cables around tree trunks, and then they would drag the tree trunks to wherever they needed to go. It was very popular, very powerful, and it's called the steam donkey, invented in California. Right behind me is the Russian River Outfitters. This is where you can go and buy a poncho if you want to ride the Grizzly River Run and not get wet. It's exactly what I should have done. I should have bought a poncho because I got soaked on that ride. Everybody, this is Casey. Casey's kids like Provost Park Pass, so they made him watch it. So welcome, Casey.
Thanks,
you
sir.
said that you went to the exclusive premiere of the Pixar Pier.
We did.
How was it?
It was awesome.
There's only like I think 3,000 people there, and they had food and all kinds of things going on for you guys.
There was.
What was the highlight of that?
I think it was the Incredicoaster.
The Incredicoaster. Could you smell the cookies we went through?
We could.
I'm here with David and Kelly, and they just got done at the Pixar Pier. What was your favorite thing?
So we just got on the Incredicoaster.
Yes.
I loved it.
It's so good.
So tell me this, who's your favorite Disney character or Pixar character?
Doug.
Doug?
Yes.
Really? Okay.
Mine is kind of a complete mess between Jessica, Pluto.
Jessica Rabbit?
Yes.
Yeah. Who doesn't like Jessica? Also, it's David's birthday. Happy birthday, David!
Thank you.
I hope you learned something new about Grizzly Peak in this video. I had a lot of fun making it. If you have any suggestions for future content, put it down in the comments down below and I'll get those videos as well. Also, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right up here and hit that like button. Well, don't hit the like button, just give it a little pat, 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 pat. That's perfectly fine. And I have some videos here, here, and here about more trivia of Disney and Disney California Adventure. I think you're all Park Pass pros in my mind. Have a great week, everybody. I'll talk to you later.